And we're watching Greece effectively before our eyes becoming a third world country. It is tragic.
Did you know that Greece, after 13 years in the junk category, has just reclaimed its investment-grade status, signaling a remarkable economic turnaround? On April 19, 2024, the Standard & Poor Global Ratings upgraded Greece's credit rating from stable and affirmed to a positive BBB. While this may seem like a technical detail, it's a significant symbolic achievement. For years, Greece's credit rating was lower than many developing countries, a troubling mark for a developed nation. After 13 years in the junk category, Greece is now back in the investment-grade club. This marks a major economic rebound from a severe depression, where GDP plummeted by 25% and unemployment soared past 27%. Greece is reclaiming its place among the world's most developed countries. This turnaround has garnered attention from credit rating agencies, resulting in debt assessment upgrades and attracting significant foreign investments. Greece's debt-to-GDP ratio dropped from a high of 206.3% in 2020 to 158.8% in 2024, and the International Monetary Fund predicts a GDP growth of 2.2% for 2024, surpassing the projected GDP growth for the Eurozone and the European Union. So, how did Greece transform from the epicenter of the Eurozone crisis to one of Europe's fastest-growing economies? Welcome back to the Triple E Show. Today we're going to explore the fascinating turnaround that Greece has made, once the poster child of the Eurozone economic crisis. Tourism is booming, spurring a construction surge and job creation. Major international companies like Microsoft and Pfizer are investing in Greece. Even the banking sector, once on the brink of collapse, has recovered, providing new loans and boosting the economy. Yet the situation for Greek families and businesses remains challenging. Despite government claims of success, living standards have dropped, unemployment is high, and many struggle with daily expenses. The country's current account deficit remains at 6.4%, which is larger compared to pre-pandemic levels. The 2007 financial crisis, which started in the US, had a global impact, hitting Greece particularly hard. Greece's economic troubles began before the crisis, but were exacerbated by it, revealing deeper structural weaknesses. The crisis turned into a severe debt problem, especially in Europe. Between 2000 and 2007, Greece enjoyed rapid economic growth, averaging over 4% annually, but post-2007, it faced consistent GDP declines. The debt crisis led to massive layoffs, rising unemployment, and drastic public spending cuts. Following a historic economic collapse, Greece has finally entered a new phase. After the 2008-2016 crisis, a stabilization period from 2017 to 2020, and post-pandemic growth, Greece is seeing positive changes. Inflation, though impacting purchasing power, is expected to stabilize at 2.5%. Unemployment, which peaked at 28% in 2013, has fallen to 11%. Private consumption and industrial production are both on the rise, indicating a dynamic recovery. While Greece's economy has improved since 2022, it still hasn't reached the heights of 15 years ago, as statistics show. Greece has one of the highest rates of relative poverty in the EU. The minimum wage in Greece, a crucial safety net for workers, aims to ensure fair pay and prevent extreme economic inequality. Greece's minimum wage is influenced by various factors like economic conditions, cost of living, inflation, labor market trends, and social and political dynamics. Although there have been gradual increases, average annual wages are still lower than they were 12 years ago. Today, Greece's economy remains 20% below its 2007 peak. The economic downturn in Greece has been even more severe than the US Great Depression of 1929, while the economic contractions were similar, 28% in Greece, 29% in the US. Greece's crisis lasted longer, 8 years from 2008 to 2016, compared to 4 years in the US. In 2007, Greece's GDP per capita was 3/4 that of the Eurozone. Today, it's just over half. Signs of the crisis are still visible. Core inflation remains high, keeping purchasing power low, and confidence in the economy is weak among both consumers and businesses. Middle-class income taxes have risen sharply, and Greece has experienced a historic brain drain, losing over 500,000 people, mostly university graduates and postgraduates, over the past decade. This brain drain has significantly impacted the economy, driven by the effects of recession and austerity, combined with widespread mistrust in Greek institutions and the political system. Tourism is a key driver of Greece's economy, contributing 18% to GDP in 2022 and employing over 800,000 people, about a fifth of the workforce. In 2023, Greece attracted over 36 million visitors, making it one of the most visited countries in Europe and globally. The country's appeal lies in its rich cultural history, archaeological sites, and beautiful beach resorts on islands like Santorini and Mykonos. Leisure tourism, rather than business travel, significantly impacts Greece's economy. Another major success story is Greece's shipping industry. Among the top 5 nations in ship ownership, Greece, Japan, China, Singapore, and Hong Kong collectively control over 50% of the world's tonnage. While countries like Germany, Japan, and South Korea have seen declines, Greece has been expanding its fleet. Greek ship owners, primarily engaged in bulk tramp shipping, oversee about 20% of the world's fleet capacity. This sector, characterized by small and medium-sized, privately owned or family businesses, makes Greek shipping adaptable to economic changes and trade patterns. It primarily transports essential goods like agricultural and forest products, oil and oil products, gas, chemicals, iron, ores, coal, and fertilizers. The Greek-owned fleet, the world's largest cross-trading fleet, control more than 1/5 of the world's entire fleet. Greek shipping is crucial for the global economy, facilitating international trade and providing affordable energy access for the EU and its citizens. The EU heavily relies on maritime transport, importing 88% of its crude oil, 74% of its natural gas, and 44% of its solid fossil fuels. With growing concerns about energy security, Greek shipping plays a critical role in ensuring the EU's diverse energy imports from around the world. However, the impact of the shipping industry on the Greek economy goes beyond its role in the services balance of payments. Greek shipping is central to a thriving maritime cluster that brings investments and job opportunities to the country. The overall contribution of the Greek shipping industry, including indirect and induced effects, ranges from $13 to $19 billion annually, depending on market conditions. This constitutes about 7% of Greece's GDP. The industry directly and indirectly employs over 200,000 to 300,000 people. Despite Greece's relatively modest size, Greek shipping positions the country as a crucial player in the multilateral trading system. It serves as a vital and strategic partner for major trading nations, with approximately 22% and 20% of the fleet's activity supporting US and European trade, respectively. The largest share, around 32%, caters to the rapidly growing Asian economies. The Greek economy ranks as the 55th largest globally and the 16th largest within the EU, boasting a nominal GDP of $242 billion. As of 2023, Greece's GDP per capita stands at $23,000 nominally and $39,000 at purchasing power parity. Greece is gradually recovering from one of the most severe depressions experienced by any wealthy country since World War II. Greece lost over a third of its GDP from its peak to the lowest point in 2013. The recovery has been slow, with a few years of sluggish growth. Rebuilding after such a significant economic downturn is challenging, requiring substantial investment, capital production, and productivity improvements. The Greek people deserve credit for enduring unpopular reforms and deep austerity measures, including salary and pension cuts, to pull their country out of financial turmoil. While Greece still grapples with substantial debt and numerous challenges, it is indeed emerging from the crisis. However, there remains a considerable amount of work to be done. Thank you for coming along with us on this journey. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon for front row seats on global economic stories and trends. If you have inside news about Greece and its development, do leave a comment. See you in the next chapter.